had a report that came out on zoning practices and specifically shouted out Las Cruces and some of the things that we are doing in Las Cruces through housing, through zoning to improve housing opportunities for folks. And this magazine, American Planning Association, nonpartisan nonprofit, also talked about the cost of criminalization. And I know that we live in a time where research and evidence and data aren't necessarily used primarily to plan policy. I certainly hope that here in Las Cruces we can highlight that. And this particular magazine did talk about the cost of criminalizing homelessness through things like camping bans. And I think it's important for folks to understand that encampment sweeps, how that impacts taxpayer dollars. One study in the magazine, it says one study estimated that after receiving a move-along order, 91% of unsheltered people remain outdoors, moving only 2 or 3 blocks away. Even if temporarily incarcerated, individuals often return to the same neighborhoods and parks by simply creating a costly revolving door that circulates individuals experiencing homelessness from the street to the criminal justice system and back. Or from neighborhood to neighborhood or block to block, enforcement expenditures are often counterproductive and wasteful. So if perhaps the real humanitarian narrative doesn't land on folks, perhaps the cost effectiveness of a cruel policy like this can go a lot further. Anyway, it was great to have Las Cruces on here recognized. I also saw that there are some state legislators who are uplifting some zoning policies, and I was reading this list and I was like, we already did that, we already did that, we already did that. And so it's been really incredible to see that the city of Las Cruces is very much leading the way in New Mexico, and so just a huge shout out to our staff who has led on a lot of those efforts. Thanks, Mayor.